Hi students, in the last video we were studied about the different points of chapter number 9 current electricities. That is, first point Kirchhoff's laws, second point applications of Kirchhoff's laws. That is, first one is Wheatstone meter bridge, second one is Kelvin's method, and third one is potentiometer. After that, principle of potentiometer, uses of potentiometer, and applications of potentiometer. In this video we will study about advantages of potentiometer over a voltmeter. Means why we use potentiometer instrument in place of voltmeter. That are the some advantages of potentiometer over a voltmeter instrument. Means merits of potentiometer instrument. Why potentiometer instruments are used in place of voltmeter, that are the merits of potentiometer. In which first merit is potentiometer is more sensitive than a voltmeter. Means sensitivity of potentiometer is maximum as compared to the voltmeter instrument. So that is the first merit of potentiometer instrument. That first merit is potentiometer instrument is more sensitive as compared to the voltmeter. Potentiometer generally a sensitive instrument as compared to the voltmeter. That was the first merit of potentiometer. Second merit is a potentiometer can be used to measure a potential difference as well as EMF of a cell. But voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference, and that potential difference is only the terminal potential difference, because as it draws some current, so that voltmeter cannot be used to measure the EMF of a cell. For measurement of EMF as well as potential difference, a potentiometer instrument is used. Means for the measurement of potential difference as well as EMF, only potentiometer instrument is used. Voltmeter does not use to measure the potential difference as well as EMF of a cell. Voltmeter only measures the terminal potential difference of a cell, because it draws some current in the measurement of potential difference. That's why it is only used to measure the terminal potential difference of a cell. In place, a potentiometer instrument is used to measure potential difference as well as EMF of a cell. That is the another merit. That's why we use potentiometer in place of voltmeter. And third merit is measurement of potential difference or EMF is very accurate in case of potentiometer. A very small potential difference of the order 10 raised to minus 6 volt can be measured with the help of potentiometer, which is not possible with the help of voltmeter. Means for accurate measurement of potential difference, we use only potentiometer, not voltmeter. Least count of potentiometer is much better as compared to the voltmeter. Least count of potentiometer is much better or best as compared to the voltmeter. That's why potentiometer instrument is used in place of voltmeter. That are the advantages of potentiometer over a voltmeter. This merit shows potentiometer is best as compared to the voltmeter, or potentiometer instrument is used in place of voltmeter. That potentiometer instrument has also a demerit. This demerits are as follows. First one is potentiometer is a non-portable device, where voltmeter is a portable device. Means potentiometer instrument can be or cannot be carried from one place to another place easily. That's why it is a non-portable device. And Voltmeter is a portable which can easily carry from one place to another place. And second demerit of potentiometer, it is a non-direct instrument, means direct measurement of potential difference or EMF is not possible, which is possible only in voltmeter. Voltmeter direct measures the potential difference, while potentiometer not so. Potentiometer is a non-direct instrument, means direct measurement of potential difference or EMF is not possible using the potentiometer. That is the demerits of potentiometer. That's why you use potentiometer instrument in place of voltmeter. Using the merits, potentiometer instrument is used in place of voltmeter, and voltmeter is used due to this demerits. So student, next point of this chapter is galvanometer. This is galvanometer. Galvanometer, it is a device which is used to detect the electric currents in any circuit. To detect the weak electric current in any circuit, galvanometer, it is a device like voltmeter, potentiometer, ammeter. Galvanometer is a device used in any circuit to detect the weak electric currents. It has a coil pivoted or suspended between concave pole faces of a strong laminated horseshoe magnet. That is, if we have a strong laminated horseshoe magnet, then it has two pole faces, S pole and N pole, and between these two pole faces of a strong laminated horseshoe magnet, a coil is suspended. That is the construction of galvanometer, which is shown in this figure 9.12. This figure shows internal structure of galvanometer. This figure 9.12 shows the internal structure of galvanometer, where a coil is suspended between two concave pole faces of a strong laminated horseshoe magnet. When an electric current passes through the coil, when electric current passes through that coil, which is placed or suspended or pivoted between two concave pole faces of a strong laminated horseshoe magnet, then it deflects. Then that coil is deflected. The deflection is proportional to the current passing through the coil. Means if coil is deflected in large scale, then we can say that current passing through the coil is maximum. The deflection of the coil can be read with the help of pointer attached to it. In this galvanometer, a pointer is connected. That is the pointer. That pointer reads the reading of current flowing through the coil, which gives the deflection of the coil. The deflection of the coil can be read with the help of pointer attached to it. Position of the pointer on the scale provided indicates the current passing through the galvanometer or the potential difference across it. How much current can passing through the galvanometer or the potential difference across it, which measures with the help of that pointer reads the deflection in the coil. Thus, a galvanometer can be used as an ammeter or voltmeter with suitable modifications. Means current passing through the coil measures using deflection in coil in the galvanometer. Then it is used as an ammeter, and when potential difference measure using that deflection in coil, then this galvanometer instrument used as a voltmeter. So galvanometer instrument can be used as an ammeter or voltmeter with suitable modifications. Means if we made some modification in this galvanometer instrument, then this galvanometer instrument is used as an ammeter to measure the electric current in the circuit, and it is used as a voltmeter to measure the potential difference. The galvanometer coil has a moderate resistance about 100 ohms, and the galvanometer itself has a small current carrying capacity about 1 milliampere. Hi students. So this galvanometer instrument is used as an ammeter by using some modifications in it. So how galvanometer instrument is used as an ammeter using some modifications. Let's see. Let the full scale deflection current and the resistance of coil Z of moving coil galvanometer be IS and G. Full scale deflection of current, that is IS, and resistance of galvanometer, that is G. It can be converted into an ammeter, which is a current measuring instrument. This galvanometer having some modifications, that is full scale deflection is considered as IS, and resistance of coil considered as Z. Then this galvanometer is converted into an ammeter, where ammeter is a current measuring instrument. It is always connected in series with resistance R through which the current is to be measured. Means this instrument ammeter is always connected in series where resistance is connected. Resistance R through which current is to be measured. Means current passing through that resistor having a resistance R, then we connect ammeter in series to that of the resistance. That ammeter, it is a current measuring instrument. How that galvanometer is converted into that current measuring instrument? That means to convert a moving coil galvanometer into an ammeter. How moving coil galvanometer is converted into an ammeter, means MCG is converted into an ammeter. Some modifications which are taken into account to convert MCG into an ammeter, means to convert moving coil galvanometer or galvanometer into a current measuring instrument, that is ammeter. Some modifications are covered, in which first modification is its effective current capacity must be increased to the desired higher value. Its effective current means total current capacity must be increased. Total current capacity of MCG can be increased up to the desired higher value. That's why we get total effective current, which is the largest current. Due to this modification, this MCG convert into the ammeter. Second modification is its effective resistance must be decreased. The finite resistance G of galvanometer when connected in series decreases the current through the resistance R, which is actually to be measured. In ideal case, an ammeter should have zero resistance. That is the most important modification which is taken into account to convert MCG into an ammeter, where effective resistance of the MCG must be decreased, which causes the resistance of galvanometer G which having finite value. And when that galvanometer is connected in series, due to this current through resistance R decreases, and which is the actually measured value of current. In ideal case of ammeter, it should have zero resistance, means an ideal ammeter resistance must be zero. That is the second modification which is taken into account to convert MCG into an ammeter. And third modification is it must be protected from the possible damages which are likely due to the passage of an excess electric current to be passed. When excess or large or extra electric current is passing through that instrument, then damage is possible, and this must be protected from the possible damages. That is the third modification which is taken into account into conversion of MCG into an ammeter. In practice, this is achieved by connecting a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer. These modifications or these necessities are possible only we use a low resistance connected in parallel with the galvanometer. When a low resistance is connected in parallel with the galvanometer, this arrangement is known as shunt, and this galvanometer effectively reduces the resistance. That's why galvanometer is used as an ammeter, which is a current measuring instrument. Ammeter is a current measuring instrument, and this galvanometer is converted into the ammeter only when we use the a low resistance connected in parallel with the galvanometer. This low resistance connected in parallel with the galvanometer is called as the shunt. This arrangement of shunt is shown as shown in the figure 9.13. This figure 9.13 gives the arrangement of shunt. Shunt is the a low resistance connected in parallel with the galvanometer. That's why galvanometer is converted into the ammeter which measures the electric current. So what are the uses of shunt? Why we use the shunt in the MCG to convert it into the ammeter? So first use is it is used to divert a large part of total current by providing an alternate path, and thus it protects the instrument from the damage. Due to excess current passing through the instrument, that instrument may be cause damage, and to avoid that damage it is used. Shunt is used to divert a large part of total current. That large part of total current is to be diverted by providing an alternate path. Thus it protects the instrument from the damage. Second use of shunt is it increases the range of an ammeter. By connecting shunt in the galvanometer, range of the ammeter is increased. Means for increasing the range of ammeter, we uses the shunt in galvanometer. And third use is it decreases the resistance between the points to which it is connected. To decrease the resistance, where we have to measure the current, we use the shunt. Thus shunt resistance is calculated. This shunt is very useful to convert MCG into the ammeter. So this shunt resistance which is having very low resistance value is calculated as follows. In the arrangement shown in the figure 9.13, Ig is the current through the gallon meter means current flowing through the gallon meter is considered as Ig. G is the resistance of gallon meter. Is current flowing through the shunt. S is the resistance of shunt, and I is the current flowing through the circuit. Therefore, the current through S is given by, using Kirchhoff's first law, I minus Ig is equal to Is. Current flowing through the shunt is given by I minus Ig is equal to S. Since S and G are parallel, shunt and gallon meter are connected in parallel. Therefore, G Ig is equal to S Is. G Ig is equal to S Is. Therefore, G Ig is equal to S into I minus Ig. Here we put the value of Is as I minus Ig. Therefore, S is equal to Ig divided by I minus Ig into G. Where Ig is the current flowing through the gallon meter, I is the total or effective current, and G is the resistance of gallon meter. This equation 9.13 is useful to calculate the range of current that the gallon meter can measure. If the current I is N times the current Ig, means current flowing to the gallon meter is Ig, then Nig is equal to I. Using this in the above expression, that is in equation number 9.13, so we have S is equal to Gig divided by Nig minus Ig, or S is equal to G divided by N minus 1. This is the required shunt to increases the range of ammeter n times. Means to increase the range of ammeter in n times, then we use equation as S is equal to G divided by N minus 1, where S is the shunt, G is the resistance of gallon meter, N is the N times current of Ig, and also S is equal to G into Ig divided by Nig minus Ig. Second, if Is is the current through the shunt resistance, if Is is the current through shunt resistor, if Is is the current through shunt resistor, then the remaining current I minus Is will flow through the gallon meter. Hence, G into I minus Is is equal to SIs, that is Gi minus Gis is equal to SIs, that is SIs plus Gis is equal to Gi. Therefore, Is upon I is equal to G upon S plus G, where Is is the current through shunt, I is the total current, G is the resistance of gallon meter, and S is the shunt resistor. This equation gives the fraction of total current through the shunt resistance. That is the conversion of MCG into the ammeter. That ammeter is a current measuring instrument which is always connected in series with the resistance, where we have to measure the current. So, thank you.